Two tough buildings against two good teams, and I thought we did, stuck to our game plan in Wilkes-Barre. They forecheck well in that building, and we really put a lot of focus and emphasis on getting back for pucks and coming out cleanly, and we did a good job. And on the other side of it, we were in their end and played well in the offensive zone, and I thought controlled a lot of the 5-on-5 play, and then obviously specialty teams came up big. We ended up with 3 power play goals, and it ended up being the difference in the game. But overall, it was a good road game. And then Saturday, we didn't get off to a good start. Kind of exact opposite. We didn't handle their forecheck well. Spent a lot of the first half of the game in our end, and I give the guys credit. We didn't have much going. We stuck with it. It got a little feisty. There were some fights, and guys stuck up for each other and themselves and responded. And as the game wore on, we got better. So unfortunately, couldn't get the equalizer there and get it to overtime. But there were certainly some positives out of that second game, even though the result wasn't there.
Talk about special teams, and obviously it's pretty evident in the game on Friday, but even the game on Saturday came as a pretty important thing. And when a team is a little bit underhanded, like the Devils were, special teams can be a big equalizer.
Yeah, and they one power play goal was for them was a bit of a fluke, but when you're thin, we had 7D dressed and some guys that hadn't played a lot of minutes, bumped up into the lineup. So when you get in those situations and you just play smart, simple hockey and defend well 5-on-5, you give your specialty teams an opportunity to win you games. And it did the night before. I thought our play Friday night in Wilkes-Barre was better overall 5-on-5 than it was Saturday. But as obviously we get the one power play goal that gets us into it on Saturday, and they end up with 2. So it can be the difference in these tight games. And right now. Saturday was a bit of I don't even want to say a setback for the PK, but the PK's been good and the power play's been good. So if we can keep those up and it can buy us some time to get a little deeper and get some guys back in our lineup, then it's certainly something that we want to look at.
Talking about guys coming back to the lineup, you potentially could have a healthy team here or a different lineup, a different roster when the guys come back.
Yeah, you know what? It's been changing so much, and day in and day out. I mean, we get guys. Last week, you had a couple guys back for practice, and you think that's your roster for Friday, and before Friday's here, you're losing 1 or 2 guys. So it's just it's kind of a crazy thing going on between one of those years between both organizations, whether it's a health thing or you lose guys to recall. It seems every time they get someone healthy, we lose someone to injury, and then vice versa. So right now, I think at the end of the day, it's going to make us a better team in the long run. I think guys are getting opportunities. We use probably three guys and maybe 4 guys consistently that haven't played a lot of PK, had to on Saturday night with the loss of Sislo and Sestito. So this is opportunities for guys, and like I said, I think it'll make us a better team in the long run.
Some of those guys, Wolver, Ben Johnson, getting a lot of PK time. When the guys do get healthy, is that just great experience for them, knowing that you can tap them on the shoulder if need be?
Well, they're guys that we've thought about, but in some of these tight games, you go with the guys that you trust and have been there before. But it's good experience, and we'd like to get more guys involved in the PK. And prime examples because of some of the injuries, the loss of Timmins and some of these guys. We had Bernier at the beginning of the year. He's a guy that played power play and PK, and now Sestito was generally solely one of our top penalty killers. You got guys like Sestito and Pelly and Zajac who are always fresh. Well, now they're all, 2 of those 3 are playing power play. So those are extra minutes, and we've done a good job of staying out of the box. But this past weekend, it seemed every time, if you're running with 5, even 6 penalty killers, and then one of those guys goes to the box or has a fight or something, then you have to kind of look a little deeper in your lineup. So to get these kids some reps and some opportunities on the PK is good. I thought for the most part they did a good job, and it may be something that they end up playing more in that role down the road based on what we see here.